Yeah, and there we go. Welcome back, guys, and we are gonna be starting with CGW versus NGV shortly. But let's look at that map pool right here, right now. Since it is based on the season by this point in time, these are the maps that you can expect. And the open division, it is gonna be Ilios, Oasis, and Busan for map number one. Then you go into hybrid, which can be Kings Row, Numbani, or Eichenwald. Into map number 3, we get Dorado, Rialto, as well as Havana. Map 4, 2CP will be Temple of Anubis, Hanamura, and Volskaya. Still no changes there. No one wants to play Paris or that HLC apparently. And finally, map 5 will go back to control. Whatever wasn't picked a while ago will be the map itself. So yeah, new year, new me, and thank you guys for tuning on in. We've been fixing up a few little things, not gonna be that huge ass full screen anymore. We are gonna be simply flying things, and you know, a little bit of a border makes it a little better. But I'm very excited. It's been a while since we've casted OD to begin with, and hopefully we can get started with our game just a bit. Waiting on for the players to hop on in, and we'll see who's gonna be taking this one. But looking at the rosters real quick. Let's talk about who's in what. Tear Gas Warrior running Kit, Mina, Sayuri, Shadow Lieutenant, Helios, Hank, Yadadude, Twatao K, and Tanavit. In the meantime, here for NGVEB, it is going to be Vips, Step, Yuri's Infectious, Savior, Hideak, Keikot, Mario Main, and apparently a new addition could be Oputo. We'll see if it is going to be his debut today. But I'm very excited for this matchup to begin with. It is going to be pretty exciting. And I would love to see what the new NGV roster has in store for us. Honestly, have been pretty friendly with the guys. You can say pretty close with some of them. Been able to meet them up during the World Cup itself. And I'm a huge supporter of NGV. But in the meantime, uh, in the meantime, for Tear Gas Warrior, we are gonna have some familiar faces. We got Mina, of course, who's been showing up in the Pugarinos. Sayuri has always been a man in the scene. We got Kit, Helios, Hanker, and Yatitude in this lobby right here, right now. Delay is 3 minutes. Just by the way, yeah, delayed. Always delayed. Always delayed. You gotta make it always delayed, man. It is in the rules. So making sure that we are set on up for this. And hopefully we don't have any issues with the teams. He's a Dota PH team washed up coach. Can I just go back to casting? Thank you. I just wanna cast. I just wanna cast, guys. And I'm happy. I'm happy to go back to casting. Was it Switch? TV, so that's PH. There you go. Posted it. I got a follow. Thank you, man. Thank you. So in the meantime, there you go. We'll be setting things up. We're just making sure that we have all the permissions that we need. No one's gonna get in trouble. We're gonna be fine with this recording, and as well as the stream itself. Huge shout outs to everyone. Wow, more Overwatch. I've seen the fighter just finished rolling. I'm so confused. I'm Electric Boogaloo. I should have thought about it. I should have thought about it. But yeah, I'm so confused. Did contender start the day? Anyone have a link for that? Sub to Dax. Thanks, man. Thank you, Mr. Viv. See you, Dax, can you join Scrim? This is not Scrim, sir. This is OD. You know what's funny? I'm gonna go offline. Because people might think this is something else. Sorry. It is a tournament. We don't want to surprise anyone. And we are waiting on. Seems like everyone is set on up here for NGV Electric Boogaloo. NGV 2.0, man. I can feel the dancing tonight. It's gonna be Vips, Mario Main, Step, Hideak, Oputso making its debut, and K-Cot playing into this one. So no Infectious, no Yuri's, unfortunately. I'm gonna be pretty excited for this though. And yeah, army is always a problem, as well as any kind of obligations. But let's look at the records real quick of these two teams. We haven't seen much from the Open Division. It only started last week. I wasn't available there, but now we are back. And NGV with a 2-0 at 16th place. Dear Gas Warriors, same record, even same OMW. So both sides are technically evenly matched into this one. We'll see who's gonna take the W here and now, as we are about to get started into our game. How about you guys? How y'all feeling on tonight? Still though, just waiting on making sure that the lobby is good to go. But beyond that, it just feels really, really, what do you say, familiar, and it feels like home to go back to casting Open Division. We last year we were able to cast some Open Division matches, but not the most. Last year we did the playoffs, and hopefully we can do some again because this time I haven't seen much broadcasts of Open Division. I don't think that there's a Taiwanese stream anymore. I'm not too sure about that. I'd love to get some confirmation, but especially with OD a little smaller nowadays, it's just only 81 teams. It'll be better to be able to give a preview of everyone coming in, of everyone looking to make that playoffs. And honestly, guys, Open Division has changed. The format is the same, sure, but the pricing is completely different. It's 450 for the top 4 teams, as well as the playoff teams getting 20 bucks each. Participants don't get $10 anymore, but they get that spray as well as the icon combination. Beyond that, the Battle Pro completely different, and it seems like we are gonna get started into Busan. What do you guys think about this new overlay? It's not the biggest. It's not the biggest anymore. It's not my huge ass face showing up anymore. And looks like we are gonna be getting started with Busan. So let's see how this is gonna pan out. It'll be a best of 3, of course. I'm so excited to get into this one. I'm just feeling a little bit of the jitters, honestly. It's been a while since we did Overwatch. I have been studying StarCraft. If you guys have been checking out my page, I've been studying StarCraft as well as working on that replay pack there. And then I've been working on Pokemon too. So honestly, I feel like this first game will be more or less warm up beyond of course the pugs I do, but I haven't been able to step into scrims as much as before. So this is gonna be a little new to me in terms of what will be coming online. I still have a general idea of what the meta is, and especially in how the maps work. But beyond that, we are gonna be able to get in our game in just a bit, fixing up the overall the overall overlay right here, right now. And I'm good to go, Mr. Sir. How about you guys here on the red hand side? But on blue, it is going to be NGV. Tear gas will be on the red. And both sides looking to get going, gone into this one. It's cute they just took the Wrecking Ball logo. Good luck, have fun. 2 boats! And map number 1, control. So let's talk about Busan real quick. You can have that downtown area with those snipers. Sanctuary, such a big spot to brawl. But anyway, let's get into this one. Map number 1. Tear gas will be on the red side. On the right, NGV on the blue, as I said so before. And we start things off on Sanctuary. So open areas, can't play that snipers as well. But you can go for the brawl. We'll see if Double Shield will still be the name of the game. Yikes, guys. Here we go! Game number 1. Like I said, it has been a while and a half. It has been a while and a half, that's for sure. But anyway, let's get it on. Let's get this done. Forgot to mute my phone. And remember, guys, we are delayed 3 minutes to prevent any kind of stream sniping. So unfortunately, there will be no alerts as well. It is gonna be your tournament setting yet again. And here we go, let's get into this one. It's Vips Mario main, Step Hideak, Oputo, and K-Tot on the blue hand side. And in the meantime, for the red of Tear Gas Warrior, it's Kit, Mina, Helios, Henker, Sayuri, and Watitude. So first things first, as I know from the meta, Batiste is an absolute god tier pick. Such a strong support to have in any kind of roster. We are going to see the Ana here and now. Double Shield still is the name of the game, as the Risa so tanky, the Sigma with all that utility. And it's K-Cod playing that McCree Oputo, going to be on the May instead. So pretty slow here and now for the blue hand side. I think we got a speed boost here from Tear Gas Warrior, and they are going to be playing that double sniper into Sanctuary. You said it before, some really good sight lines. Sayuri going to be playing that Mercy Yata dude on the Widowmaker as well. And both sides, I believe, are mixed rosters. We'll just be giving them the Singaporean flag, as most of their members are from that region, from that nation. Like, for example, here for NGV, K-Cot from India, Oputo obviously from Thailand, Step from Hong Kong, Hideak as well. And honestly, maybe Vips is the only Singaporean by this point because Infectious and Yuri's are not playing. But NGV playing off point won't be able to get the touch whatsoever. Tear Gas Warrior setting up in behind that drum. And the first frag there from Mina takes care of Aputo along the way. Now, Hideyak trying to get that step on, will not be able to get the contest whatsoever. Yeah, dude, even with that snipe, Hanker taking care of Mario Main with some help from Helios. And Mina trying to take care of Vips. It seems like Diana has the back on now. It's Sleep Dart connecting, preventing the accretion from being channeled. But already, Hanker does have that amplification matrix. So this is going to be a quick way to go about things and get some even more damage done. I think with the Amp Matrix, of course, Batiste will be able to get some extra healing as well as damage. Can use it for both the Widowmaker as well as the Hanzo. But sometimes you don't want to Amp Matrix your snipers because that means they will be in a specific spot and can get counter-sniped at any point in time. Here we go though with Mario Main, gonna go for his Amp Matrix first actually. And GVEB forcing out that, I feel we do need a pause real quick. Seems like something's gonna be going on here for the blue hand side. But in the meantime, guys, yeah, Batiste really is the story of this meta. I, for one, haven't been as active in Overwatch, but you can just be able to see breaking barriers, see everything that's going on. Still double shield. Mei is so potent in so many situations, but the Batiste right now really is above and beyond so many different combinations. Playing the Batiste and knowing that your support can give that extra damage. The eye fields are so important to keep you alive. And right now, since Double Shield has been nerfed, Double Sniper can come back in its heyday. You need that Hanzo though to get that break on to begin with. And hopefully NGV having no issues because they have been playing pretty slow right now. Haven't really been able to step on the point as much as they want. They're not really able to contest. They're trying to hide as from the... don't worry about me. No worries about me. You know, they're trying to hide from the sniper at any point in time. Yeah, let's hide that chat real quick as Ampetrix is settled up yet again. Yatitude in the meantime gets the snipe onto Hideyak. Here we go with Mina going for that Dragon Strike as well. And this is a pretty good funnel here for Tear Gas Warrior. They should be able to set things up. And oh, Vips gonna get the snipe instead. Here we go with the wall hacks though from Yatitude. In for sight into the headshot onto Aputo. Wants to go for another one. Vips as well as K-Got staying together. And here comes Step, literally stepping on to that point. Nano boosted up by Vips right here, right now. The Sigma gonna be a pretty tanky hero out in front. Mario Main as well as Step looking to work together. Step all the way into the Vanguard. And in the meantime, the Electric Boogaloo looking to dance yet again. The Flux is available here for Step. Will he use it at this point in time? Helios in the meantime trying to gather the power of the sun. But it seems like Gravity is going to be his enemy instead because Mina will get caught. And that is going to be one takedown there. I feel now gone from the count. But yeah, the dude is popping off and popping heads. Here comes Helios right here, right now. Going for that Salama Jamma yet again. The Flux will be calling into time. Yatitude getting free shots. And Tear Gas Warrior gonna be able to take this first map by storm. What an exceptional last fight there from Yatitude. Able to get snipe after snipe. Vip swaps over to the Zen to get his revenge. Okay, my bad. My bad, guys. My bad real quick. I forgot to unmute the desktop audio. I am so rusty with this. But here we go. My bad in audio. Audio's fixed by second map. Sorry about that, guys. I am washed up caster, guys. Washed up caster, washed up production. Actually unfortunate. But anyway, we are back into this one. Hope y'all can hear me. Hope the game is there. And yes, we are gonna have NGV into the fold yet again. We'll be down one map. In the meantime, still gonna be double shield. We'll have those Batiste, Mei, and Hanzo, the name of the game here for NGV. But they haven't really been able to use the potency of the Mei to begin with. It hasn't turned into a CQC fight. Now, here on Mecha Base will be more potent. The Attitude as well as Mina not gonna have the best angles of attack. But good position here from Tear Gas Warrior. They are gonna be looking to the bridge instead, taking position to be as far away as the opponent as possible. And right now, yeah, dude, trying to get the snipe onto Aputo. Not gonna get it. Mario Main in the meantime, hanging on back. Mina though with the first frag onto Hideak, and now to the high ground he goes, trying to get to climb as much as possible. Mina now even taking care of the gadget, but here comes a Poto as well as Step, and this is exactly what NGV needs to play into. They're able to charge into their opposition. The double snipers unable to hold their ground, nowhere really to go. Yatadude up on top. Will it be enough for NGV to get that kill? Step really trying. Yatadude just contesting a little bit more to get that extra percentage. So anyway guys, yeah, audio is back here onto the game. And in the meantime, here we go with Hideak. We'll be setting things up out in front. NGV, of course, looks for that choke. And in the meantime, Tear Gas Warrior gonna be cycling over to the other side. Hideak has to respond, already transitioning there, and then Step going for the scout, looking for a potential pick or two. That accretion though still off cooldown. And here we go with the Amp Matrix set on up yet again. Dragon Strike though from Mina, consuming Hideak along the way. And Tear Gas Warrior in such a good spot right now. They're looking for an opportunity, but with a Whittaker too close to the sun, will get taken down there by K-Cod. Vips as well, popping off with that Zenyatta. And here comes the trance available. 2 frags already here for the Zen. Mario Main getting a little bit of that heals. K-Cod showing up, able to sustain, able to get those pickoffs. Here comes the Ice Wall, and Hanker in such a spot of trouble. The Ice Wall will say, no, you are not going anywhere. And NGV Electric Boogaloo, the 2.0 squad, is dominating here on Mecha Base this time. So after the initial class, good adjustment there from NGV, able to rotate towards the opposition. In the meantime, the Mina, what a shot there. We see him pop up, and pop goes the Weasel, but Oputso already on it, goes for that Blizzard, gets consumed by Helios, no Flux now in response from Step. And unfortunately, with that Blizzard getting eaten, this does mean that Step has to commit another ultimate. Still though, NGV EV looking for priorities, looking for targets. K-Cod is showing his stuff with the bow and arrow. And a solid Flux there from Step, able to get that catch. In the meantime though, trance is available. Here we go with the Amp Matrix, ready to go here for NGV. And Yatadude swapping over to that McCree after he showed up so well on Sanctuary. Mecha Base not really the best positions for the Widowmaker, especially that retake. You only have one real option to go on the high ground and transition to the bridge. Anyway though, here comes the Ice Wall. Step and Vips already with some frags. And it's time to see the Supercharger onto the point. Helios though pops that Flux. Here we go with a chance courtesy of Vips. Right here, right now, NGV having the numbers advantage. Step dropping down, wants to go for that Hanzo. Mina again, acrobatic that he is. Will it be enough? No, Vips points up to the sun and gets that takedown. We are all tied up, and if there are any other production issues, please tell me in the chat, because we are looking good on all fronts. NGV tying things up 1-1. Thank you guys for all the hosts and the showing on up today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see any of the occurrences on the stream, as of course we are delayed. We don't want to give any of these teams an advantage. We're not talking to anyone. Hopefully nothing is going on in the chat as well. And for some reason we cannot get rid of that. Okay, sure. So the chat now is stuck on board. Sometimes it happens. It's Overwatch. You can't remove things. But, it is what it is. It'll be nice to make sure that there are no issues whatsoever. Anyway though, here comes NGV EB. Well, he will be playing that right ball. This time, Hideak onto the Orisa. And Orisa ball gonna be the roster here and now. Step might be able to get a swing of things, able to get a transition to the other side. But he's now looking for an opportunity to get the boot. Pile driver as well. K-Cots and Oputsu right here, right now, looking to still stay on. In the meantime though, oh yeah, the dude. Gonna get that takedown there, and then Oputsu. We try to fly away. Hideak in the meantime. And yes, we are gonna have the Orisa coming back into force. Seems like the Fardo has to back on that. It's double sniper here and now from Tear Gas Warrior. Might be too much to handle. In the meantime though, still Kits setting things up. The Orisa will be on that high ground. And overall here and now, they just want to make sure that the alleyway will not be a safety zone here for NGV. Tear Gas Warrior or TGW gonna be still staying on with this double sniper composition. This time though, they don't have the Mercy, it's a Zenyatta. So Henker gonna be in the middle line, will be looking for Discord targets, able to get that position, able to get the call. Tear Gas Warrior though has to transition to the subway area instead. Anyway, hold now! Almost gets a Puto. Good shot there from Yadu, just not enough. Mina and Helios having field day right here, right now. And honestly, the Hanzo has been pretty impressive with his movement. This must be NGV looking to punish any kind of this aggression. Kit in the meantime able to mop things up. 2 frags, 3 frags honestly for the tank line. And Tear Gas Warrior, whenever they're given this empty space to work with, it really feels like it's just their elements. Anyway though, we are gonna have Oputsu coming back, and a new addition to the NGV roster. Accretion though will get caught by that shield. And here we go, the transition on the left-hand side. Hideak right here, right now, copping that halt. Almost gets the Hanzo there. Mario Main in the meantime going on the inside. And here comes Sayuri with the Amp Matrix instead. Tear Gas Warrior has always been impressing today. They're able to just show up NGV in this scenario. The cinema might not be a film that NGV wants to watch. Mario Main already losing that eye field. And by this point in time, here go with the eye field from Sayuri as well. Immortality, sustaining the 2 tanks. Yet to do another snipe onto Oputsu. And it has been a slow start here from NGV. Mina yet again with those storm arrows. Vips in the meantime so far away from the Transcendence. And here comes the Flux. Doesn't get anything though. Helios missing wildly. Supercharger into effect, and Tear Gas Warrior able to play Janitor into this one, mopping up the stragglers. NGV, no real contest here, and now Oputsu goes for the Ice Wall, trying to take care of Helios. The Ice Wall not gonna help that Lucio get to the transition, and Tear Gas Warrior takes the 2-1 victory here on Busan. Good round to start things off. An impressive effort from the 2 snipers. Play of the game does go over to Step. And yeah, we'll just give a little bit of that scoreline real quick. 1 point here and now for Tear Gas Warrior. And they did take Busan. So there you go. It is going to be NGV picking the next map. Good cards overall. But anyway, guys, let's check that one out. Busan will be taken by Tear Gas Warrior as we move into Hybrid for our next map. And yes, for the people in the chat, people going for those questions, we do have Oputsu back in the open division. He is playing with the NGV roster in this scenario. And in the meantime, we'll see how this is gonna pan out for NGV. They are down 1 map. Tear Gas Warrior has exposed that they are really showing up with those snipers. And the question is, will NGV respond with a different map pick? Next thing, we have our King's Row, Nambani, and Eichenwald. Honestly, those maps can play a good sniper role. But if you want to keep it CQC, especially with that May, maybe go into King's Row. Eichenwald can be potential as well. Nambani more or less that dive. So if we go into the Mobdi, we might be able to see a different tank line from these 2 rosters. Or is the double shield the answer? Anyway, both sides are just try to figure out what to do into the next one, and we'll be right back as soon as we get the next map. Never mind, no breaks here. We are going into King's Row immediately. And if you guys don't know what King's Row is, then first of all, do you even play Overwatch? Because King's Row is basically what the D-Dust to it's not 2-fort. It's not 2-fort, but it really is one of those maybe Badwater Basin of Overwatch. You'd say it is the most popular map. It is everyone's favorite in a sense. You can say Legion Tower is a close second, but no, King's Row, an absolute classic. And the thing about King's Row is everyone knows how to play King's Row. So in the end, King's Row becomes a map that involves your skill and your preparedness, because you're expecting the opposition to be ready and to be the same. Anyway though, we are gonna get started into map number 2. Here we go with King's Row. Tear Gas Warrior gonna be on that defense this time. It's NGV on the attack, going first. And in the open division, whoever wins the last map is the one able to pick a side. And here we go into King's Row. Absolute classic, always something to see. In the twice a week pugs I host, actually we have some stats going on. I missed the WTF ones by the way, but as I'm trying to say about that, King's Row really is that most popular map. It is always picked, and you can see some really hotly contested matchups. You can really see everyone enjoying. You can always play that classic Ryan Zarya here and now. But we'll see what the open division has to offer. And both of these rosters, you could say, are at the top of the region. They have members from all around, but mostly you can feel that's a Singapore sling going on. But Tear Gas Warrior gonna be on that defense with his double shield, of course. What do I even expect? Hideak and Step will be doing the same. And right now, we are gonna see the return potentially of K-Cot on that Doomfist. May here for Oputsu. And let's look at the rosters real quick. K-Cot was actually a member of the World Cup for Team India, showing up with that DPS. Oputsu unfortunately not able to compete with the rest of Team Thailand to begin with. You know, the sad there. Step was part of Team Hong Kong, so NGV having more or less that experienced roster. Oh, the accretion gonna get eaten by that shield. In the meantime, right here, right now, it is going to be Tear Gas Warrior looking to show that they do have something to prove. Many community members, but okay, caught! Threads the needle, gets the shot there onto Yatitude, climbing on up. In the meantime, Helios backing on out. Here we go with the accretion yet again. The two Sigmas trying to brawl, but it's instead Step going to be hugging that wall. I feel right here, right now, looking to cut some sidelines. Oputo doing the same, ice wall up on top, Mina though still on that high ground. And the first stick taken here by NGV already. Still though, we have Helios going for bombardment. He's gonna get halted up. Oh, here comes Oputo! And he wants to go for the chase, bullying that Sigma. Well played there from the Hanzo as well. Good teamwork from Oputo and K-Cot. As Bucto is forced out, can Mina get the kill? No, Hanker will decide to help one out from behind. Amp is here now from Sayuri, but he's on the wrong side. Here comes Mario Main doing the same. And Hideak able to become a DPS with that fusion cannon. In the end, solid effort there from NGV. They step on, able to take the advantage. And right now, yeah, dude, gonna be on that Mei instead. That's such a cheeky play there from Maputo. Gets to that high ground, goes for the ice wall to begin with. In the meantime, though, no. In the meantime, though, Maputo gonna be going on the inside. We do still see Marmain jumping up on top. K-Cots will be looking for a forward position. And NGV will be trying to find a potential pickoff or two as here comes Tear Gas Warrior transitioning back to a contesting point. But here on King's Row, you are going to be looking to fight into that first corner as soon as it rotates. Hideak trying to stay alive to put the face off. Apudo going to be there. Here we go with the Dragon Strike. And it's going to be so potent because Sayuri is in the middle of the map. Will get taken down. Here we go with the Halt connecting onto the Zen as well as that Hanzo and NGVEB. It seems like a while ago they were just a train getting a little bit of that fuel from the station. And this time it's going to be a Bullet Express going for that last point. Helios now really struggling to come back into fruition. And what can Tear Gas Warrior do? NGVEB showing that they know the map so well. Oputo so cheeky, coming in with that contender's knowledge, that contender's experience, and will be looking to rise as this team and rise to the ranks yet again, go up on top, and face off in a new Path to Pro ecosystem. Anyway, let's talk about that ult economy here now. NGVEB having 5, and seems like Tear Gas Warrior will be looking to have at least 4, maybe even all 6 if Sayuri can make it out. Still though, Dragon Strike onto that payload. Helios eating the Blizzard yet again. Solid efforts there from that Blue Sigma, but comes the Amp Matrix, comes the Supercharger, and NGVEB allows Oputo to get that team kill. It was quite a messy fight, but seems like the Blizzard wasn't needed because Oputo turning into a real DPS with that spray and pray action. Ice Wall right here now from Yatitude, and still Transcendence forced out here from Hanker. Blocks though, courtesy of Helio, from Step rather. Helio's gonna have it as well. Blizzard right here right now from Yatitude, and can he get the freeze? Oputo now in a spot of trouble. Beautiful shield play here and now from the 2 tanks, and the I feel as well. Everyone protecting Oputo as much as possible. Helios with that flux, lifting 2 up. Trying to get that kill. Oputo and Yatitude trading kills left, right, and center though. And still the Mei is popping off, showing that he has come from the top of the mountain. And now he's back on the summit, dominating the competition. Still though, Kit trying to stay alive. That Wrecking Ball, the only one left. Yatitude now onto the Doomfist. But another solid eye field there from Mario Main allows NGV to finish up the map. But you could see that scoreboard lights up with the name of the Red Mei. Oputo has come back into Open Division with a vengeance and with so much to prove.
Initiating match.
Got like, should we change the flags? I don't know. Maybe let's just get rid of the flags. But we have so much representation, honestly, from these rosters. I can't say that they are specifically one team. Could we have a C flag, or can we hashtag we win as one for y'all who's able to check out the C games? But basically, chat's right, and we talked about this a while ago. We have members from Singapore, we have members from Hong Kong, we have members from Thailand, we have members from India, and so many different nationalities. It's really good to see, honestly, that these rosters have turned into such a mixed breed. and you can always learn from each other. You can always learn from different scenes,
I grow tired of waiting.
especially with the scene getting basically closer and closer as it lessens. It does mean that the melting pot gets more and more mixed. But you know, I digress. Let's talk about the next upcoming attack. Tear Gas Warrior. They'll be still playing that double shield. Here we go with their patented double sniper though. Mina, yeah, the dude showed up so well on Busan a while ago, allowed their team to take that one map victory. But this time, this might be Oputo's playground instead. He is still playing with that Mei. Gonna be so effective as Tear Gas Warrior transitions, moving straight to the points. In the meantime though, here we go with the rock. Oh, it's the lamppost. Helios, he can't bend that one. And Steph gonna show him how it's done, as that's a long range rock connecting onto that back line. In the meantime though, Kit's trying to back on now. It's still Sayuri and Hanker in behind. And we see a transition here from Hideyak, trying to push forward, wants to potentially get that Widowmaker. I feel really good setup there from Sayuri, keeping him alive. And here we go with that healing. The problem though for Tear Gas Warrior, they're playing that Zen Baptiste. This means that they are fully offensive focus, looking for pickoffs, looking for takedowns, and in fights that go long, they don't have as much sustain as they would like. Still though, it is going to be the same case for NGV, so it really is the same dynamic to begin with. So I-fields are the biggest game changers, are the biggest saviors. As sure, the Baptiste has a lot of healing potential, it still isn't as big as that Ana, as well as that Moira, even with that nerf. Especially with the Coalescence and Biotic Orb in that Moira's repertoire. All you have here from the Baptiste is that burst to heal yourself as well as everyone around you, and those grenades. It is going to be a mixed match here and now as Mario Main trying to stay alive. Good halt there, but doesn't lead too much from the blue hand side. In the meantime, Amp Matrix ready to go here for Sayuri, going for the top up. And the double shield trying to set by the choke point yet again. Still though, I like the artillery support here from the Sigma. Helios did it a while ago, Step doing the same. Able to allow him to get that vision. Good hold right here, right now. Dropping that Sigma, but Oputo with a frag. Keikot getting a takedown as well. And the Blizzard is available here from Oputo. We haven't seen much Blizzards from the guy, as Helios has been able to get the grass every single time, or at least a vast majority of them. But right now, who needs the Blizzard? Because Oputo, Ice Walls are on point, the Freezes are on point, and the right clicks do connect at penultimal moments. Anyway, right here, right now, so ults ready to go here for Hanker, as well as the Amp Matrix. Keikot in the meantime, Dragon Strike to just slow things down. And where did the Dragon actually come from? That's a real question. Oh, it's gonna be on the inside, as there is an infiltration from both Yatitude as well as Helios. Supercharger set on up, Mina with that frag. Keikot gonna be able to do the same, and Hideyak still staying on. That Orisa able to get 2 frags on the board, and you cannot leave an Orisa like that in those scenarios. Helios though, gonna pop that Flux yet again, takes one down already. Gonna get 2, beautiful creation there from Step in midair. And this time, it's gonna be Step stepping all over the toes that are floating. NGV, looking for that full hold. Tear Gas Warrior in the meantime. A CN flag, Song 1 flag, everything guys. Every single flag we can put. And I'll put a PH flag because that's caster, but who knows, maybe we'll see a PH theme yet again. But here goes Supercharger set onto the point. Tear Gas Warrior in a really good spot on that point. But the Blizzard here and now from Oputo, gonna be able to get the freeze onto many. Here we go with Vips transitioning onto the right hand side. Beautiful flag here from the Zenyatta. But yeah, the dude as well as Sayuri trying to fend that one up. Now Vips in a bad spot. Oputo will get taken down. The ice block isn't gonna be enough. Mario Main dropping down. The eye field is gonna be the only thing saving him. He will fall. Here comes Step onto the wrecking ball. But it's too late. It's not gonna lead to much. And even with a beautiful Blizzard there from Oputo, it finally happens, man. Helios unable to get the eats. The thing about Tear Gas Warrior is they were able to set up on that point, set up the shields, set up their ice walls, set up everything they needed to stay alive. And the only one who got a frag there for NGV was Vips. He was able to get into the hotel. The flanking Zen, of course, is the sneakiest hero of them all. No footsteps whatsoever, as we all know. But beyond that, when you're not able to get takedowns with the Blizzard, it is only going to be a CC option that leads to absolutely nothing. Anyway, sure, we got that successful Blizzard from Oputo on paper, but Tear Gas Warrior is that even more successful assault onto that point. And here on Hybrid, we move into the payload area, into the payload segments of the map. Step though, bouncing those hyperspheres. And the thing that makes every Sigma even better is knowing exactly where to bounce your hyperspheres in corners of the map. You don't really need to get those direct hits. All you need to do is get the splash damage going to get the flux earlier and earlier. But right now, Step cannot step onto anywhere because the Blizzard will force him to just die. K-Gon in the meantime able to trade things up, and K-Gon is showing up with 2 kills on the board. Aputo going to that high ground yet again, and no high ground is safe if the ice wall can reach it. NGV gets that, gonna be able to get that defense yet again, even that team kill. And right now, they will have that trance as well as that Blizzard, so not a bad spot for them. In the meantime, here for Tear Gas Warrior, they are gonna have 4 ultimates ready to go into this one. Going for that high ground, moving around the map as much as possible. And what they need to do is find that potential pick-off on to one of the supports, or even Aputo. Because here on the second point of King's Row, it's so narrow in the streets. A Blizzard will be so effective. Kit in the meantime, marching forward, Hidiak all alone, and that is unfortunate. Here comes Aputo though, he will get exposed. Blizzard into that corner. Good movement there from the Eraser rather, as well as that May Ice Wall right here, right now. And with that 1 minute left, here comes Tear Gas Warrior, but Step connecting with the rock yet again. Will be looking to get in position. Trance is forced out early because they don't have that main tap. But still the Flux, as well as the Supercharger, are coming online. This is really bad here for Vips. He will fall. Helios gonna be able to get that kill onto K-Gon as well. And a well-executed Flux there from the Blue Sigma. Tear Gas Warrior showing that they still have signs of life into this one. A team kill going their way. And 2 minutes on the clock. Now let's just check if this replay buffer still works, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go, the Flux connecting, able to just get in the way. I feel being covered as well. And Tear Gas Warrior able to just run rampant in that fight. And we go for Tear Gas Warrior still on the attack. Ice Wall now from Attitude allows the Sigma to get that high ground. And there's so many angles of movement thanks to the Mei in general. The Sigma, not the most mobile hero, but can get some damage done from above. In the meantime though, here we go with that Amp Matrix from Mara main. K-Gon getting on the board as well. And in the meantime, Vips able to frag out yet again. Here comes NGV. They're pushing forward. They're able to get half of the team already. So by this point in time, looking for the daggers. Ice Wall will be the deciding factor here and now. Attitude taking too much damage. Will get taken down. Accretion there from Helios. Be throwing stones at Step. And honestly, it has become a playground for when the Sigma versus Sigma off. Accretion throwing rocks at each other has been the name of the game so far for the past few months. And now a minute left here for Tear Gas Warrior and GV. Looking to hold, looking to turn things into a 1-to-1 scenario. In the meantime, here go with the Blizzard from Aputo. Kit's gonna be caught in the middle of that. Helios as well. Ice Wall there from Yacht and not put down so that I feel will not get those sight lines. And that is unfortunate there from Tear Gas Warrior, but good for them though that they were able to hold on to their ultimates. Nothing was wasted by this point in time. So here in the last fight, they should have 5 ultimates ready to go. In the meantime, NGV looking for picks, looking to make this fight as lopsided as possible before it even starts. Accretion down from Helios, and here comes Kits as well as the Sigma marching forward. Hold right now, gonna get 3 beautiful setup, but a trance in response from Vips right here, right now. Attitude though, throwing that Blizzard, they get Step already. Counter Dragon Strikes here from boats. And the Mei is gone here for the blue hand side. The thing to note though is that NGV will have that spawn advantage as payload gets even closer and closer. Vips in the meantime trying to frag out. It's not gonna happen. Hanker gonna be on it. Mina, Hanker getting on the board. The problem here for Tear Gas Warrior though, even if they finish up that map, they will not get any time in a hybrid setup. So NGV, they might be able to look for the win here and now, but they don't need to really worry with 4 minutes on that clock. Still though, Flux right now, soloing on the Sigma. Hanker in response pops that trance. He just lands on the payload. It seems like his body is not broken, and his ankles are still staying on. Kit though, here comes a Brigitte actually from Mario Main, and Kit will take the brunt of that one. Still Hanker trying to stay alive. It seems like the Zenyatta forces that movement. Overtime ticking away, the only one left is Mena. Not gonna happen, and NGV able to tie things up. We are gonna have a match here and now, guys. No sweep whatsoever. Great round to both. In a 3-2 affair, but NGV showing that they have it in them on that attack. Sorry guys, Nightbot is still awake, so please enjoy the copy pasta there. In the meantime, yeah, it's here. Score red. Yes, the red hand side able to take that one. And we are gonna be moving on into a map number 3. So how you guys doing for today? How you guys doing for this match in general hybrid though? Going in favor of NGV, and we will be moving into the escort map site instead. In the meantime though, let's just check that one out. Oh, we are gonna be getting a break. Tear Gas Warrior gonna be looking to reset some things, but real quick before we go, we are waiting on for map inventory, which can be either Dorado, Rialto, or Havana. It will be Tear Gas Warrior's pick. In the meantime though, I've been Dax, and it has been a solid match so far between these two mixed teams. You can't even just call them purely Singapore anymore. But anyway guys, we'll be right back after around 4 to 5 minutes. We'll see when the players are good to go. And stick around as we are going to have more OD action waiting for you in just a bit. Okay guys, welcome back, and it seems like we're about to get started with our next game, and it is gonna be Temple of Anubis coming our way. This time it seems like NGV will be going for that first defense. First, Tear Gas Warrior gonna be on the attack. And honestly, when you're feeling very confident after that previous map, it is a solid effort, it is a solid decision to go for that defense to begin with. It is in the OD rule sets that whoever wins the map will be able to choose the side that they're going to be on. And in the meantime, we are going to be going for this map number 3. So 2 CP apparently is the way to go. Sec, give you a sec guys. Isn't it escort? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure actually. Let's ask them. It's escort next on to map 3. I was like, wait, Temple of Anubis is not escort. That is not a payload map. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yep. Okay. So yeah, it's escort, guys. So our map picks. I'm not the one wrong. Which is good. And yeah, and we have Dorado, Rialto, Havana. Yeah, there you go. So we are gonna be going in to Havana for map number 3. Seems like people are pretty excited to go for that map number 4 already. And they do expect it since it is a 1-1 score. There you go. That's our map pool, guys. Map number 3 will be escort. Map number 4 will be assault. So we already have an idea what it will be. Potentially Temple of Anubis later on. Havana Una Na. Yet again, gonna be the pick. How many times have people made that joke? Probably every broadcast. 2 things I know about Havana. The song and... oh, no, 3 things. The song, the missile crisis from before, thanks to Call of Duty, and what else? And how it just has all those retro stuff. So yeah, beyond that, you know, I don't know much about Cuba. I don't know much about Havana. You got the cigars, you got Castro, but besides that, sure, we got a map of Overwatch in it to begin with. Anyway, seems like NGV will be going for that attack now. We'll see what the decision is gonna be. That's the fun thing about OD lobby. It's just like, guys, what's the next map? Guys, what's the next thing to do? Guys, what side are we gonna go on? And there you go, we get confirmation. So we are gonna be seeing Tear Gas Warrior on that defense, NGV on the attack instead. And this is gonna be game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. As we get into the game, it's time to see how Havana is gonna affect both of these teams. I think that with Havana, this first point's gonna be strong with those snipers, Sniper Alley as many can call it, as well as that Warehouse Farah, the distinction, gonna be able to just hide by the roof as much as possible. In the meantime though, it is gonna be Tear Gas Warrior on that first defense. Seems like NGV wants to put up a strong attack first, or maybe just not as confident as Temple of Anubis that they will be able to go all the way. But I digress. After showing their stuff on King's Row, we'll see what they can have in store for us here on Havana, as NGV will decide to play that double barrier yet again. Zen and the Batiste, all about that damage. Okuto on that Mei yet again. And finally, Keikot's finally going to put out that Widowmaker. We'll see if this is really going to be a Widow versus Widow fights between Yatitude and Keikot. Two really solid Widowmakers, as I can attest to so much experience to begin with. And in the meantime, you're gonna have a Yatitude looking to the left, trying to see if they're gonna be coming from that door. The defense will consist of that Orisa signaling again, Mina on that Hanzo. And you can really see that Tear Gas Warrior have these distinctions for the double sniper. Mina is very comfortable with the movement, Yatitude is very comfortable with the space, and Asayuri as well as Hanker looking to work together. It's Mercy and Batiste yet again. It seems like Tear Gas Warrior will be looking for that pocket play, trying to play the long-range game that the Zenyatta won't be able to get those discards, won't be able to come close to the opposition. So anyway, Keikot will be swapping back to that Hanzo, and Yatitude will get that takedown. As soon as we go on to Keikot, we see his head fly off, we see the corpse just drop down, and right now Tear Gas Warrior even getting a headshot there onto Hideyak. Solid crossfire honestly from TGW, Yatitude and Mina on points with coalescing with their shots, and see how fast that Orisa just fell down flat. In the meantime though, Tear Gas Warrior will be trying to deal with the Mei as well as the Nyata on the left hand side. Mina gonna be moving over to the back. We'll be able to take this high ground. And in the meantime, here comes NGV marching with Dad's payload. Good stun though, courtesy of Helios connecting onto that tank line. In the meantime, here comes Step. Coming closer and closer, will be forcing the Sigma and the Widowmaker to drop down. And it is going to be a 2-for-2 engagement perhaps, because K-Cot going to be there. Step in the meantime, it seems like he drops down by mistake. And NGV EB taking a little more time, but K-Cot doesn't care anymore. He gets the shot instead. It's fair the barrier set up to protect the Hanzo. And really, the mobility of a shield is so potent with all those flanks. The Sigma gets even more value every single time proactive plays are done with the shield positioning. Dragon Strike right here, right now. Mina gonna be able to get one Storm Arrow Storm in response from K-Cots. And there you go, the eye field will go down. Yata though, swapping over to the Mei. Hanker trying to back on out. In the meantime, Kit, quite low already, pops the fortified, goes for a Puto! And good combo there from the tank line. Still though, the fight isn't over yet. It's a 1-for-1 affair. Dragon Strike right here, right now. The payload coming even closer. Amp Matrix there from Hanker, staying in behind with the car, providing some solid cover there for Hideak actually. Here comes the rocket again. And Helios actually with the flux. Mario Main caught in the open. And the Mushroom Kingdom gonna get flattened instead. Helios Kit staying on the board. And Tear Gas Warrior by the tail end of this first point able to hold on. Hasn't really been the most effective affair here from NGV. They showed that they were completely dominant on King's Row, but seems like Havana is a completely different story. They are trying to find their footing, trying to find their positioning, but small mistakes in movement have cost them. In the meantime though, here comes the Orisa of Hideak yet again by that corner. Halt will try to connect Helios on that high ground. Bip's gonna get stunned up, but no way to get that insta-give. The Sigma, yet again, trying to get as quick as a flux as possible. Honestly, the Sigma versus Sigma fight between Helios and Step has been a pretty matched affair. And those fluxes have been such big game changers. But yeah, the dude right here, right now, takes care of Mario Main. Kit popping that supercharger, so basically NGV will not want to play into this, will be stalled for time. But the red hand side, the attack is running out of that resource. With a minute left, they are able to get that pick onto Mina. Overextending this time will get taken down. Hanker, interesting spot, all the way to that billboard. And yeah, the dude trying to hold their ground here and now with the two tanks by the car. But no, Step with the frag onto Hanker. The Batiste staying way too long. Here we go with the Flux lifting the Mercy as well as the Mei up. The only one left really is the Orisa in the front line. And the payload will start moving. NGV EV given the opportunity to get the push into the warehouse. CQC will suit them a lot more, especially with Oputo on that Mei. With 30 seconds left, the payload will get captured. 3 minutes on the clock. Sure, it is a heat mirror matchup, but we have seen Oputo just able to out-maneuver, outclass the opposition with that hero. In the meantime, Yata dude absolutely exceptional on that Widowmaker a while ago, but the Mei, yeah, the Mei has been very serviceable, even pretty good in times. But you're gonna really see Oputo having the advantage, having those numbers in his favor. Anyway, here and now, Mina going for that Dragon Strike. Yeah, dude setting up that Ice Wall yet again. Step quite low already. Oputo though with the Blizzard. And this will be able to encompass. Hanker quite low, trying to stay alive, looking to get on away. Yeah, dude gonna be the target perhaps, but Step marching forward, connects the rock onto Mina. And GVEB rounding the corner. And now the factory floor, the warehouse will be spilled with not just only blood, but all the resources, all the alcohol playing on. Beautiful Ice Wall though from Attitude, but it's just not enough. NGV having more members on the right side. Helios in the meantime will be able to contest potentially with that Flux. But the payload is inching closer and closer. From a solid defense here from Tear Gas Warrior has become a snowball effect courtesy of NGV. And the payload just being pushed by Hideak. Another good Ice Wall here from Oputo. Can anyone touch? Yata do it, dropping down, already getting taken down by Mario Main there. Good efforts from the DPS as well as that Batiste. And in the end, Tear Gas Warrior has to run away. No hostile takeover here, and now the Borderlands are going to be safe in this scenario. Keikoto marching forward to the right-hand side. And it's a potential stagger here onto Helios. They're looking for Sayuri though. The Sigma knows his time is up. His time is now. Everyone can see him, and he is gone from this fight. Anyway though, still Tear Gas Warrior now will have their element yet again back into their backyard. having that castle area allows the Widowmaker and the Hanzo to get some really good sight lines. But NGV already one step ahead, moving forward, marching against the opposition. Proactivity really is the name of the game, especially against double sniper, because if you allow them to have that range over you, then you will get taken down even easier. Anyway, Mario May now setting things up. We'll go for the eye field first and foremost. The bridgeway being contested here and now by NGV, but in the meantime, Tear Gas Warrior all around the map. We see Sayuri staying on that left flank. Mina just climbing up the wall as much as possible. Helios though, already with the Flux, lifts the 2-tank lineup. But the Eureka and the Sigma disregarding all that damage to begin with. Kit instead eating that Dragon Strike. 2 minutes on the clock here now for NGV, but they are coming closer and closer to the end of this point. Things look good here and now for the red hand side, and K-Kot takes care of Anchor. Mina gone from this one. Sayuri all alone, down for the count. And here we go with the Flux from Step. He's looking to lift anyone coming in through the center. And Kit right now is the target. The Orisa taking some max HP damage. Beautiful rock onto the Wrecking Ball. Contesto with 0.51 meters remaining. And in the end, it's just not enough for Tear Gas Warrior. As soon as NGV finally shifted to a different gear on that payload, there was no breaks whatsoever, slamming into the castle wall and able to get 1 minute 33 on the clock. There you go, guys. That is going to be the first round of action. Tear Gas Warrior, though, will be on the attack yet again. But in the meantime, you know, it's just so much action going on here from TGW as well as NGV. You can always have those 3-letter acronyms to begin with. Tear Gas Warrior, if they're not playing that double sniper, it seems like CQC is really not their element. The best fights so far has been, though, in my perspective, Helios versus Step, Sigma versus Sigma, both sides are making some solid plays. But right now, Step, in those last 2 points, able to just be a step above to begin with. In the meantime, on the May versus May, Pluto really having that advantage. So we'll see if Tear Gas Warrior can either play their strengths or adjust accordingly. They need to be able to make that May pick work if they are going to be facing off in this scenario. In a mirror matchup, Mina and K-Kot having 2 distinct advantages as well. Mina understanding more on the mobility. K-Kot seems like he has a steadier hand and is more solid with the more, what do you say, like frontline flanks. Like, you know the Hanzo is around you, but you're just gonna get sniped out of nowhere by a bow and arrow singing with silence. Anyway, I digress. All about opinions here and now. And if you guys think of something else, feel free to drop it down on the chats. And NGV deciding to play close. They know this is really their element. Sniper Alley cannot be where they fight in. And with Oputo having that May, yet again, going out the front. But the attitude, beautiful snipe actually onto Vips. The Zenyatta gun from the Count means that Batista the only one left. Mina, as well as Hanker, going for the flank. And surprise, surprise, Tear Gas Warrior able to go for the pincer attack. Perfect positioning here and now from Team Blue. And what a beautiful pick up there from Yatitude to start things off. That is exactly what they needed. The May having a little more confidence into him, even taking care of his counterparts. And Tear Gas Warrior, honestly such a good call to stay on the May to begin with. It seems like NGV was expecting the double sniper, that's why they played close. But once the May was there, they had to commit. They're on the attack anyway. They have to stay on. In the meantime, right here, right now, Kit will be setting things up on that payload. The Orisa will have that shield ongoing. Hideaki in the meantime, counter shield behind the information boots, using the natural cover onto the map. Allows NGV to take that high ground, go for flap there for K-Kots. Still though, Sayuri right now with this Batiste Amp Matrix. Helios connecting the rock onto Mario Main. The I feel already gone from the game at the very start. CGW having the numbers, having the advantage, and just understanding the nuances of this first point on Havana. They were really strong actually on the defense there a while ago by this specific part of the map. The real question, the real test here for Tear Gas Warrior is when they move into the warehouse, when they move into the castle. Because by that point, it seems like they got snowballed out of Oblivion. But Tear Gas Warrior, with 5 minutes on the clock, this is a very confident time bank to have in the first place. Anyway, TGW, yet again, going for the activity play here from Helios. Trying to play the staircase, forcing Hideaki to back on out. And this will allow, you know, every little small step here that Helios is taking is one extra step that TGW will get for free. Because the only thing in terms of range is really K-Kot on this high ground. Helios now going to be the target. Kinetic Grass is there, but here comes NGV really looking for that Sigma. And it seems like Helios, the sun, staying way too long. Daylight savings might be the answer. And NGV right now having 3 picks in their advantage. Exactly what we saw a while ago. The second point more on their playground. And Apuzzo welcoming everyone with an open, cold reception. K-Cots able to stay on that high ground. And NGV having so many sightlines in the first place. Look at the position here. K-Cots gonna have more or less that 360 movement, 360 vision in the first place. Apuzzo can stop any of these entrance ways to begin with. But right now, Mario Main, oh, beautiful ice wall there from Yatitude, and that is Apuzzo staying way too long. Will get a taste of his own medicine, will get taken down. Here we go with the Dragon Strike though. K-Cot buying time, not allowing TGW to go into that doorway. But they do want to go for the invasion. They still have to go for that payload as well. High ground taken here by NGV. Still staying on, not allowing the mate to get the freeze at any point in time. When you're playing against that mate to begin with, you're not gonna want to play at an eye level. Still though, Blizzard in the cards here for Yatitude. Trance in the meantime from Vips. NGV stalling for time with their ultimates, but it's finally time to see the Ice Age from both sides. Here comes the freeze here and now. Henker in the meantime going for that Transcendence. Helios though frozen on up. He has the flux. And a Dragon Strike here from Mina covering the attack. Vips though and Henker doing one each. K-Got in the meantime in behind, but Kits on that Orisa marching forward, taking space here for Tear Gas Warrior. And the blue hand side finally getting the advantage, finally finding their footing onto the warehouse district. And what a play there, honestly, from Yatitude. He has been on the back foot in terms of those ice wall separations, but he has shown that he understands the hero, and he is back with a vengeance. Anyway, NGV EB still gonna be backing on out, playing that bridgeway, looking to regroup, not get staggered anytime soon. In the meantime though, Tear Gas Warrior having 4 minutes on that time bank. And overall, with Henker staying in behind, this is the payload being pushed to the outside area. Now, will we see that dude actually swap over to the Widow yet again? But he has been on a roll with his main. Might be a still solid spot to work on to begin with. Ice Wall even forcing Step to back on out allows K-Cot though to take care of Henker. And in the meantime, NGV trying to play that range game. K-Cot right here, right now. Buy the bridge as much as possible. Storm arrows are prime. Doesn't get too much out of value there. Still, the flux is available here for Helios. And one good setup might be enough. Now the payload in position to provide cover yet again. Supercharger here and now from Kit one more time. And here comes the flux landing on 2-2. Dragon Strike in response. Helios able to get those 2 frags that he set things up for. But Step in the meantime playing on the inside. Mina the targets. The Hyperspheres will connect. And so much damage potentially here from the Sigma. Apuzzo looking to drop down. Sayuri able to frag out instead, but he's able to get to Helios on the board as well. And right now, Tear Gas Warrior closer and closer to the end of the map. NGV will still have one opportunity, as this isn't the full roster of TGW in position. Only gonna have that Sigma in the forefront. And the payload already so close to the end. Do or die time here for NGV. We'll see if their strategies are going to pan out. I feel though already forced out from Mario Main, and he's not in the right spot. Vips unable to get that trance in time, and the Batiste gone from this one. 2-for-1 trade so far. This is the blue hand side with the advantage. Blizzard now connecting on to Hideak. Will get that takedown and Step the target. He will fall. K-Cot though able to frag out yet again. Dragon Strike right now onto that right doorway, and with Mina keeping an Overwatch on, Mario Main can't contest. And Tear Gas Warrior has something to prove. They get an even better time back, and this time they are not the underdog here, and now they are looking to put a nail in the coffin of NGV's hopes and dreams. 1-3-3, 2-2-11 though. And the right hand side will go on the attack yet again. So 2-round affair into this one, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, so many nuances of the match we can talk about. K-Cot versus Mina on that Hanzo, having different threats. Puto versus Yatitude has shown up into this one, especially here on Havana. Step versus Helios, my favorite Sigma versus Sigma so far. Right now, Tear Gas Warrior will be defending yet again. So basically, it is the mirror composition, having that Mei, having that Hanzo, and you can really say this is the crux of the meta on maps that are not Control. You can still play that double shield, of course, on Control, but there are so many variants you can go on for those King of the Hill maps. But here on Hybrid, here on Escort, and potentially on 2CP, you might seeing this roster quite a bunch from these two teams. Anyway though, Mina gonna be setting things up, and Tear Gas Warrior, one thing they had for that third point, besides the momentum, was really the gall to predict the movements that Dragon Strike onto the doorway, the Blizzard at the right time. And Tear Gas Warrior, their proactivity, their risk, their gambles, really paying off in dividends. That's why it's a risk. If it fails, sure, you don't get much out of it. But if it succeeds, it is going to be a worthwhile investment. Anyway, by this point in time, NGV playing hide behind the payload. Good setup though from Step, puts up the barrier already, and this will force Tear Gas Warrior to give up on the alleyway, to give up on that high ground. The only one left staying on will be Helios. Step will be trying to step on his area to begin with, to force that Stigma out. If Helios lingers too long, that might be the takedown there. But here comes the 1v1 between the two. Stun connecting, Helios quite low already. Can Keiko get that frag? Seems like it's just not the case. Vip's trying to help out, but it's just not enough. And Helios able to escape the skin of his teeth. Some people say that the Sigmas are overextending, but honestly, both Helios and Step are really trying to push the limits of how long they can stay in position. And right now, Helios able to get the two penultimate frags that need. The high ground now taken back by TGW. And we do get a disconnect, unfortunately. What happened there? Hideok gone from the game. Highly unfortunate here for NGV, because they really needed that Orisa in position to begin with. But honestly, the gall, the gusto from Helios deciding, okay, I can take this fight. I can go to that high ground, take those 2 kills, and allow Tear Gas Warrior to have 2 sides of the attack. It's pretty simple actually. We have that Mei, and if the opponent bunches up in a single direction, the freeze will be enough to get the frost on, to get the disable on to everyone and anyone. In the meantime, of course, the Sigmas, as we said before, have been pushing the limits, the boundaries of how long they can stay. And sure, there were times it didn't pan out, but there are times that just those few inches really allowing either side to get the advantage. But like I said before, solid call there from Helios, able to get the takedown onto 2. It seems like NGV was a little too focused on something else. And when you get the burst of the Sigma that can actually take down any 200 HP hero, the rock into the Hyper Spear is a big damage done, especially with the direct connections. Anyway though, as we wait for Hideak to come on back, we'll take a little break as well. We'll be right back as soon as the disconnect is fixed up to begin with. And hopefully NGV will not be suffering in a 5v6 scenario, guys. It'll be highly unfortunate, as they have shown up right here, right now, especially on King's Row. It hasn't been a one-sided affair whatsoever for both sides. It has been a hotly contested match. And it's good to see really the closeness here from these two, not only Singaporean but mixed teams, having everyone from different aspects of the region playing in Pacific. But yeah, guys, we'll be right back as soon as Hideak comes online. It seems like we are back, and we are gonna be seeing TGW. Look, okay, you know, after pause, like, what's going on, guys? What's happening? Oh yeah, we won the fight. Cool. So what's the plan now? And during that pause time, we can always plan things out. But anyway, Kit gonna be setting up that barrier behind the payload yet again. The Orisa will be looking to be in position to prevent anything from Hideak. Unfortunately for Hideak, he's so far with Supercharger after disconnect. And the Affmage starts things off here from Sayuri. Counter Affmage here from Mario Main right here, right now. But K-Cot gets that frag over the wall. Will be able to get that arrow singing on in. Dragon Strike right here, right now, cutting through the center. K-Cot, absolutely essential, clutching things out for his team. And the Hanzo given free reign to get the damage done. Split second decision making, split second shots, and that Hanzo able to clutch things out. NGV right here, right now. On to the second point yet again. 4-3 scenario so far, but it's an overtime push. As soon as they lose the next fight, that's gonna be game over, man. Game over. And the thing about the TGW is they are be so close to that Blizzard. They are so close to that Trance, and the Flux is online as well. If NGV groups up in a bad way, that is gonna be game over for them. In the meantime, here comes Tear Gas Warrior, trying to make sure that none of their ultimates will get picked off at the very start. Kitto already quite low, needs to sustain to stay alive. In the meantime, here comes Aputo, goes for that Ice Wall. Field is set on up yet again. Flux now connecting onto 2. Trans in response. Blizzard in behind so far. Yeah, the dude getting the freeze, but it's just not enough. Perfect timing here from Vips, but I might have spoken too soon, because here comes the counter flux though from Step. He is all alone right here, right now, with D Zenyatta on his side. And NGV, it looked like they could have stabilized. It looked like they could have sustained, but as soon as the trans was over, we said it before, the AoE from TGW, the Blizzard from behind, the attitude, calling it right, and we'll be able to stop them 1/3 of the way onto that second point. So close call there for TGW. They lost a few members at the start of their fight, so it was like, okay, NGV might have the advantage, but no. Yatitude, timing things right, the Blizzard in behind, gets the freeze more or less at the tail end of that trance. And when push came to shove, the flux came, damage done, everything came on board. Step too late with his own flux, and just the ult economy advantage from TGW, allowing them to make some plays. Unfortunately for Aputo, he was only at 60%, so couldn't go for the counter Blizzard at any point in time. But I digress. NGV still has the opportunity to go for the full hold in this point. They have been struggling though here on the first point. It hasn't been the cleanest affairs, but still able to make it work. And right now, they're gonna need that gusto. They're gonna be able to have to rely on their clutch factor and just how they play this first part of the map. Because it hasn't been as clean as the second and third. NGV now taking that high ground yet again. Hideak hopefully doesn't get disconnected anytime soon. And what does NGV mean? I have no idea too. The EV is Electric Boogaloo. NGV 2.0, a reformation of a squad from 2 years ago. Looking to make some waves here in the open division, but with some different aspects of the roster. Anyway, Step gonna be holding that corner. We'll be looking to stay alive. The Orisa though will be alongside him, and Hideak trying to play as close as possible. The Attitude in the meantime backing on out. Here we go with the halt yet again, but no, Oputso able to stay alive, but the ice block is forced out of him already, so no real defensive options here for the Red May. In the meantime, seems like Helios has already gotten some real estate in the specific building. Trying to go to that high ground. Oputsu though finds the opportunity, goes for the freeze. The Sigma though will get that res bap, and here comes Sayuri, here comes Mina. Oputsu staying way too long. Stormhouse connecting. And Tear Gas Warrior able to get 2 frags that they absolutely needed. Vips though counter kill onto Mina. Ken does not stay alive. It's very difficult, of course, against that hit scan from that support. And right now, it seems like NGV will be put in a scenario where they just have to stall for time. It's not about protecting that payload anymore. It's just about them grouping on up for the penultimate defense inside the warehouse. Marimedo and Aputo really is trying to stay alive. Yatitude attempting to go for the ice wall separation, but it's not as reliable as you would think. And it's this time NGV able to stay on out without any casualties, but they do give up the points. Now, Tear Gas Warrior, if they lose the fight early, they still will have a chance. 40 seconds, though, means that they will be looking to, as I said, force things out and get that fight early to have that second chance. Trying to find that pick, trying to play the aggression. Tear Gas Warrior has been jumping into these windows and forcing the rats out to begin with. Trans now available. Here comes Healers up on top yet again. Looking to bully K caught. Beautiful rock. That is absolute accretion perfection there from Helios. Gets the proper read. Hanker even fragging onto Step. Half-hitting right here, right now. Trans already blown here by Vips. Aputo desperately looking to go for that Blizzard. But the Dragon Strike getting damage done. And Tear Gas Warrior will be able to take Havana 5-4, as close as can be. Well played there. Good round. It seems like we are going to take a quick little break for a minute. But yeah, the Sigma play of the game. And just those movements here from Helios. Absolutely essential to take the W. Rocks. Just that last rock onto K-Cots. What's a read there. But now NGV on a rope. The noose is getting tighter. And 3 cards there for Tear Gas Warrior. In the end though, we are still going to go for a map in number 4, and what an exciting affair it has been right now. Honestly, so many close matchups and so many do or die moments in this match. You can really have the open division as a melting pot as well as a venue for these games that can come closer and closer. And you can even say that these have some high elo strategies, high elo movements, and high elo risks that a normal player would not honestly do out of fear of not understanding how far you can push it, out of fear of not really being able to communicate with your team. But it seems like TGW and NGV, both sides trust each other to such a good point. Right now though, yeah, dude, improving so much on that way for that third map, able to be in level with a Poot, so no miss ice walls this time. In the meantime, seems like it really just wasn't NGV's map to begin with. So we'll see if Temple of Anubis will be more or less in their cards in response. Anyway though, Tear Gas Warrior, one map away from taking the victory. If they take that 2 CP map, we are done with this series. In the meantime, if NGV is able to turn things around, we will go for map number 5, which was either going to be Ilios or Oasis. You know, I'm not Contenders production, guys. I'm just glad that we have, it's so easy now with the maps actually shown on the client. It will just get them, rip them off, and puts them on. But maybe for the next broadcast, we'll be adding a few things here to this map screen. But right now, there you go, just have a general idea what is going to be going on. And I like how OD uses the seasons maps now. So it just basically means you have the same experience playing on competitive as well as in your scrims. Every single time you're grinding the ladder, it is an opportunity for you to be better in a map that really matters to begin with. Right now though, it seems like Tear Gas Warrior will be on that first defense. One map ahead already, looking for match points. In the meantime, NGV will go on the attack this time. And what will Temple of Anubis bring here for us? Temple of Anubis is a solid sniper map, especially on that first point. Maze are very effective as well, especially in specific choke points, and that second point is just a frenzy for that Blizzard. We haven't seen too much deviation here from both sides. We've seen some Mercy, we've seen some Widow, sure, but really the crux of the strategy have been based on that Zen Baptiste with that Hanzo mate. What it does, the Zen Baptiste, bunker bust, the Hanzo, bunker bust, the Mei, lots of crowd control. Allows you to get those takedowns onto the double barrier. Why is double barrier still played, you may ask? Because double barrier just has so much utility. The Orisa, sure, the shield isn't the best anymore, but the Fortify, absolutely strong ability. The Sigma, so much DPS potential. The stun is essential as well for crowd control. And having a mobile barrier like that is so effective to allow mobile units, mobile heroes to take advantage. You see it on the Hanzo, able to just stand their ground, go for storm arrows. Such a big affair. It's not Temple of Anubis, we might see some difference. We did see Step bring out that Wrecking Ball for just a bit a while ago. But now as we get into TOA, hopefully we can see something new to start things off. It might be risk time here for Tear Gas Warrior. They are one map ahead, and they are feeling confident for those control map options. They can try a different composition. But I digress. Do or die time here for NGV. If they don't take this map, that's gonna be the show. So welcome guys to Temple of Anubis. And we are into map number 4 in the Specified in the Open Division Season 1 2020 round number 3. Tear Gas Warrior versus NGV EB. Kit, Mina, Helios, Hanker, Sayuri, Attitude on that blue side. Vips, Mario Main, Step, Hideyak, Oputo, and K-Cot on the red. And the thing about their rosters is they have so many members. I believe both sides have 9 on each side registered on. But we haven't seen any substitutions as of yet. Main squads perhaps, or people who are available. That'll be the real question here and now for both DGW and NGV. But beyond that, we are going to get into Old Faithful. This is the meta right here, right now. And if you guys haven't played the PTR, what have you thought about some of the changes? I, for one, think the Hanzo change just makes no real difference. It's going to be what's the meta will be defined around it to begin with. And beyond that, I think that's the only thing I remember of. We'll see what's the Overwatch League, which is very soon, will have in store for us. Hopefully, we get more confirmation from the Tier 1 scene. But anyway, right here, right now, Tear Gas Warrior will be setting up on your standard high ground, looking Just make sure that the doorways, the funnels are easily contested. Not allow NGV to have free reign at any point in time. Still don't know Farah, hasn't played so far. Beautiful halt there from Kits. Unfortunately, not enough follow-up. Oputsu though sets up the ice wall to try and allow NGV that defensive option. Yeah, the dude in the meantime doing the same and separates Steph. What a shot there from TGW. The Sigma marching forward. The Zumba lessons absolutely not on point here for NG so far. And yeah, the dude able to get 2 frags on the board. The tap light now gone here for NGV. And this will be a struggle to sustain, a struggle to protect. It'll be all about getting potential picks. Obutsu hiding on the side, perhaps no, looking to just bait it out. Not gonna be the case. Sayuri Kit marching forward. And Tear Gas Warrior cleaning up the Hanzo by the tail end. 1 minute in, TGW absolutely bum rushing, just destroying the opposition. Yatitude, perfect place, perfect time. And those ice walls are, you can say that there's a little bit of luck involved, but all skill, finding the time, find the pixel perfect shot to get the separation. Right here, right now, Yatitude doing the same, preventing NGV from going on the inside. We'll stall for time. It seems like NGV will blow the same cooldown, so we'll wait on for the ice wall to come yet again. And honestly, here on top of Anubis, it's quite a hot map in the desert, but it is going to be such a cool reception. Yeah, dude, staying on the side yet again. Henker, though, with a pag onto Vip, staying in behind. Half Matrix right here, right now from Sayuri. Helios going to be still staying on out in front. And Sayuri getting it stunned up. Oputsu with a kill onto Kits. The Orisa down for the count. NGV might be happy about this fight, even though they don't take the win, sure. The Orisa being gone from the game allows them to have the small opportunity to get a pick, to win the shield war, and get on the inside. Anyway, right here, right now, Steph looking to stay in position, protect his team as much as possible. The Orisa gonna be there as well. Beautiful ice wall though here from Yatitude, stalling for time. And this forces the Hanzo as well as the Batiste to lag behind. Now, where is Kit in this scenario? Just coming forward closer and closer. NGV might have the advantage though in a small 5v6. Very, very small timing though. NGV waiting for all of their members to be in position instead. And we are back as Tear Gas Warrior is able to hold their ground long enough for the front line to be complete. Yatitude though, being so pesky, being so creative. Ice wall in behind, Flux right here, right now. And the May surprising it right there, right then. Mina doing the same. And this is gonna be the corridor of demise here, courtesy of TGW. They get the team kill using 3 of their ultimates. So what's a show with map geometry. And let's watch that one again. That ice wall coming in behind. Yatitude with the blizzard. Flux there, and then Keikoto able to salvage some kills, sure. Just not enough. And right now, NGV really feeling the pressure. A minute left. And they will have to go for a full hold draw scenario if they're unable to even get that touch. Get that tick. Here comes the right hand side though, coming closer and closer. They will be looking for a 6 ultimate scenario. Hideaki in the bad spot. Transforce out from this already. Dragon Strike here from Keikot as well. And it's Kit actually staying way too long. Blizzard right here, right now from Oputo as well. Looking for Mina. Solid efforts here from NGV. And this looks like it is gonna be another chance here for the right hand side to fight even longer. Step, Vips getting on the board. Hideaki there as well. And right now, what a call there from Vips. They're able to break the ice wall just in time to save Hideaki. You can really see all of their efforts focused onto that one segment. And in the end, sadly for TGW, it was a flashy affair with the Carver of Death. Just wasn't enough to sustain. And right now, they still have their 2 support ultimates. Unable to use it in the previous fights. We'll see if this will allow the snowball to stop before the avalanche happens. Anyway, right here, right now, Hideaki gonna be still staying on. In the meantime, it seems like NGV will be transitioning on the inside instead. The point zone will be contested from the flank. Hideaki looking to try to get in position. Mina in the meantime in the middle. And Sayuri pops the Amp Matrix instead. Hideaki with Supercharger, all about that damage boosting. Vips gets the snipe on. Headshot connecting the ball, clocking the Batiste before anything else. And right here, right now, here we go with the trucks. The trans rather, Flux there from Steph as well. For now, NGV playing the long game. Barrier versus barrier, shield versus shield, HP versus HP. The Amp Matrix though might put things on its head. Never mind, Mina with the Dragon Strike, preventing any kind of movement here from NGV in behind. Mina now getting able to get that 1 kill. Vips with the counter takedown, but no, the Hanzo just perfectly timing, perfectly positioning, and perfectly tossing that Dragon Strike to prevent any movement from NGV but forward. And such a good call, honestly, there from Mina. Look how it cuts off NGV from any of their options. They're first to go onto the inside, and Mina even taking care of a step along the way. Right now, NGV, yet again, at a moment that they are running out of time. A minute 40 in this time bank. Sayuri bouncing up on top. Kit in the meantime, popping that halt. And we're looking for that halt to rock yet again. Helios though does have the flux available. This doesn't really need it unless Mina does have the proper position to get that takedown. In the meantime, keep an eye out on this blue Sigma. All eyes on him and the setup. Still though, Blizzard to start things off. Here we go with the flux in response. Oh, Helios able to cast it just in time before he gets frozen. And Yatitude in a bad spot. He goes for desperation. Blizzard on his own points. And Mina on this high ground yet again. He gets 4 kills into the Dragon Strike. Same time, same place here for the blue Hanzo. And what an affair from TGW. They find the time. Mina has been honestly so impressive here on Temple of Anubis. And finding the opportunity, the pitter-patter of the wall climb sounding like a clap. And Mina right now, given the opportunity, beautiful Blizzard from Yatitude by the tail end. Sure, it was forced out, sure it was desperation, but he had a teammate he could trust on to get those kills. Right now, TGW feeling so confident, feeling the heat in them, but it seems like Attitude overextending and gonna be blowing this defense perhaps. They will have to stall for time to allow their mate to get back into position. Amp Matrix here from Sayuri in behind, and it seems like NGV playing the patient game, looking to take advantage of those cooldowns, but no, Vips will get taken down, so there's Zenyatta gone for the count. Attitude swapping over to the Doofus, and honestly a pretty good swap in this specific corner. Still though, the freeze happens, Oputo gonna get that takedown, Vips swaps over to the Lucio to get the speed boost ongoing. But no real fight here, and now TGW getting the numbers advantage. Hideato with a supercharger, no one really can use it besides the Lucio. And in the end, TGW just dealing with Oputo, a cold reception for Oputo as he comes into the open division. It's been a tough fight here for NGV, and TGW is showing that they really deserve to be in the upper echelons of the division. So anyway, here we go again. Tear Gas Warriors gonna be on the attack, and 1 point and 1 tick is all they need to take this W. We'll see how this is gonna pan out by this point in time as we move into the game yet again. It is gonna be an interesting affair for NGV. They play so well with that Mei when they're able to play close. But it seems like they're just unable to answer out that Hanzo in those movement regards. Like I said before, Mina having really that advantage, utilizing the mobility of the Hanzo to such a high degree. K-Got in the meantime, steadier hand, steadier aim. But you can really see that he has more of a straight line approach. And there's nothing wrong with either side. There's nothing wrong with any of those. It really is just how the brain is hardwired and what's you're feeling confident in. Still though, TGW able to take advantage of their players' strengths. And then Hanzo able to get frag after frag after frag twice in a row. In the meantime, here we go with TGW yet again. We'll be playing that San Batiste, Mei, and Hanzo. I'm hungry for something a little more, and I'm hungry for dinner since I haven't had it yet. But NGV will be trying to force out a map number 5. They can't afford to lose the first point or they will be in a draw scenario. But still though, it will allow them to get a map number 5. I forgot how the tiebreaker works. I think it's a control aspect as well. But we'll see if that even comes online by any point in this match. As NGV out in front, step throwing that rock. Beautiful halt there from Kit. Unfortunately, just no follow-up. So honestly, warm up there for Kit. Looking for bigger halts like that. Henker got taken down at the very start. And TGW has to play the slow game for the time being. Helios right here, right now, waiting on Mina onto the right-hand side. He's trying to find an opportunity to get a climb to begin with. But here comes Helios. ISO set up by Oputo already, preventing that right side flank. And now Helios in a spot of trouble. It's the Sigma out in front. Beautiful shield play here from Step. And there you go, the headshot will connect. Then May gonna get that takedown. Right now though, the Sonic Arrow will slot out the Hanzo, but yeah, Mina trying to take advantage of his mobility, though K-Got in a straight fight like that, you can really see K-Got having more of those nuances in his favor. In the meantime though, stepping on yet again. Here comes Hideak right here, right now, in front of the doorway. And NGV first minute, absolutely successful. So far, they have prevented the creativity of TGW and their movements to force them in a more one-dimensional affair. One path is all they take, one mission, one purpose, as the Brotherhood would say. A step right now, gonna be out in front. Mina in the meantime climbing up on top. Potential flak here from the Hanzo. And Matrix in the middle as well. And here we go with the eye field. Mina though dropping on down. Will he go for 1v1 against Keikot? Seems like it is the case. Both eye fields do go down though. Keikot has to back on out. Yeah, the dude gonna get that takedown on Aputo. And this is gonna be TGW taking care of the 2 DPS, winning their clashes respectively. Flux in response here from Step. And that is going to be a slam on Zenyatta. Will it be enough here for NGV to hold on? All signs say no as they are running out of members. And here we go. TGW have guaranteed that they will not lose this map whatsoever. All positives here for TGW. If they're unable to get the cap, no biggie. They go into map number 5 or whatever the tiebreaker is. In the meantime, NGV has to desperately defend for this last 5 minutes, as they are going to be coming into the middle yet again. Keikot though spots the opportunity, spamming the middle line. Always an opportunity for the Hanzo. Infinite ammo allows you to do those things. And it just connects onto the Batiste. It seems like Keikot knows like the building is there, so someone might come out or come into it in the first place. Mina in the meantime going on the left. And right here, right now, Kit's holding steadfast. The rest of the team waiting for the rest of reinforcements. Now to the catacombs they go. Halt will connect on the 3. Big damage done. Hanker actually quite low. And this is very dangerous here for TGW. The Batiste as well as the Zenyatta not really in sync in terms of their movements. TGW though coming from the inside. And Mario Min flying up in the air. Here we go though with the Blizzard. Courtesy of the dude drips in the meantime with the trance as well. Still though Aputo getting stunned up. Keikot with the frag on the Helios. And this time Keikot trying to take a page out of Mina's playbook. And we'll take that Hanzo down. They're going for the lunge. The Orisa knows this fight has to be over. Take down there and then Yatitude as well as Hanker. Just looking for a little more ult charge along the way. But this does allow Hideak to get those 2 frags. Sadly though, Supercharger was played on. 3:32 on the clock here now for TGW. Still no pressure. Have a lot of time. A lot of opportunities. As well as... okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a pause though. Yeah. Gonna get a quick little pause there. And it seems like Tear Gas Warrior is really trying to seal the deal here and now. They are on this attack. They have the Zen ultimate as well as that Sigma Flux available. But by this point in time, Tear Gas Warrior, they feel that they have this advantage. They have that map above them. They got that first point in such a good fashion. And you really see that Mina has been feeling it. But it seems like we are going to go back into the game. NGV desperately holding as much as possible. Oh, Iriak gonna be leaving the game unfortunately again. But this time, luckily for NGV, he just used a supercharger, so no real big deal. It will take a while for TGW to get back in position. Spawn advantage here for NGV will allow them to hold. But right now, let's talk about like MVPs per map. You say Busan, Yatitude on that Widowmaker, clutch. On King's Row, Puto on that May. And then on third map of what's called Havana. Yeah, it was really Helio showing up with that Sigma. And this time though, it seems like Temple of Anubis has been Mina's turf whatsoever. Is he an archaeologist or something? Or has he watched the mummy like 10 15 times? Because he's just walking with the Egyptians right now. Walking like one, climbing on that wall. And absolutely stellar stuff. But it seems like TGW not only bridging the gap, but going above and beyond NGV. NGV having that hype, of course, having some World Cup players, as well as Oputo coming back as well. But right now, they are on a tightrope scenario. One tick is all they can give, or the series is over. Hideak losing out in terms of the connection is quite a problem as well. Hopefully, they can be more stable on to their next match tomorrow. It's going to be a big one, especially against Kaizen. In the meantime, who does Tear Gas Warrior have? Let's just check the schedule real quick. And honestly, I like this. It feels a little more chill. It's been a lot more fun to begin with. Tear Gas Warrior will be playing against Team Zenith. And who is in Team Zenith? Who's actually here? It looks like it's a Korean team with Avalos and Hip, and I don't know who those guys are. But anyway, that's pretty hype. We really see the top of the roster already facing off against one another to begin with. Let's wait on for Hideak to still stay on. How have your open division games been, guys? You know, open division happens more or less at the same time unless you change things up. But basically, they had close matches today. Have you had some one-sided affairs? Honestly, for the first few weeks, it really is less close than you'd expect because it is more random in some ways. But by the tail end, Swiss formats really allow the best of the best to play off before the playoffs. Get them a taste of each other to begin with. Anyway, for NGV, still have that Blizzard available here for Oputo. Will be coming online with the Amp Matrix as well. Helios and Henker, Flux, and the Trans. I remember Temple Anubis. World Cup had this map, and we hated this map the most. And I know we choked the last defense here. Hopefully, NGV doesn't suffer the same fate. And how will 2020 be for the Battle Pro? It is so different now. It has the new format for contenders and trials. And the real question is, will World Cup still happen? You have seen Blizzard downsize. They've gotten rid of WCS. They've gotten rid of Warcraft before it even starts. They give it to ESL. Hearthstone, I believe, has been moved over as well. And the real question is, will it be World Cup? I would love, honestly, if BlizzCon doesn't have the World Cup anymore. It would be the Gauntlet instead. Allow really T2 to shine at their hallmark affair. I feel like World Cup has had its mark and heyday. And overall, having the open format from 2019 was more or less like a little cost cutting, but I digress. It is still a big opportunity, especially for nations to represent. Still, though, there's so many lopsided affairs, especially if your nation isn't as active as your opponents. And whoever has the more Overwatch League teams is gonna have that potential advantage. Anyway, though, it's time to get back into this one. Hideaka's back. And we'll see if Tear Gas Warrior can take the W into this one. As Vips, we juggling those balls as much as possible. The Orisa will be coming on back, but Tear Gas Warrior will have the opportunity, honestly, to march forward. No halt to really deal with. Beautiful solo from Maputo to slow things down. And here we go, the halt from Hideak, but no, he's not in position as he disconnected a while ago. Anyway, Tear Gas Warrior trying to set up their Zenyatta all the way in behind. Here we go, though, with the Blizzard. Flux in response here from Helios gets the lift onto none. As that is a solid fortifier there from Hideak. Oputo gets the ice block in time. Step in the meantime takes care of his counterparts. And NGV reading this like a book yet again. Second point defense, absolutely essential for them. And they are not disappointing anyone and everyone supporting them in the audience. 2:30 on the clock. Tear Gas Warrior still has a number of opportunities, but they are slowly but surely running out of time. Anyway, right here, right now, Kit's gonna be marching forward. We still have a Sayuri with come closer and closer to this Amp Matrix. Step in the meantime will have the Flux available, and NGV gonna be throwing those Hyper Spheres as much as possible. Looking around, looking for the opportunity. Ice Ball right here, right now from Oputo. Slowing down the approach. Here we go, though, with a Supercharger. Oh, the Flux from Step gonna be absolutely large and in charge. I filled in response, courtesy of Sayuri. And right here, right now, TGW stuck in the funnel, stuck in the corner, trying to stay alive. Still, though, Henker going for the top up. Here we go with that Dragon Strike. And K-Cot taking care of Henker. Next target on the list, Helios will fall as well. NGV in this scenario, lunging forward, trying to find stragglers, trying to find picks, and there you go, Sonic Arrow connecting onto Mina. They want to go for a next map, they want to go for a tiebreaker, they don't want their journey to end it here and now, and NGV is showing that the Electric Boogaloo will be dancing on the graves of the opposition. Now, just in case tiebreaker does not show up in the rule set whatsoever, you have opened the full rules itself. Anyway, though, we have K-Cot slowly but surely trying to back on out, looking to get in position for this one. Anyway, if there is going to be a draw, it will be a best of 3 on Nepal of all things. But with 60 seconds left, Tear Gas Warrior is running out of time to take the win here on top of Anubis. They only have that Amp Matrix as well as that upcoming Blizzard. And they can't afford to lose. Helios almost gets taken down there by the combination. Still, the Kinetic Grasp will allow so much HP here for the Sigma. And right now, Helios in a pretty good spot to the front line as much as possible. Still, though, that HP will whittle down. Blizzard in behind here and now from Oputo. And seems like NGV taking the fight against them. Counter Blizzard here from Yatitude. But Oputo is fragging out. K-Cot and Vips able to get those advantages as well. And right now, Mina, the lone straggler, will get killed. Team kill already here from NGV. And Tear Gas Warrior will be in a spot of trouble. They might be forced to go for speeds first instead. They already get that Wrecking Ball, but look at that Blizzard here and now from Oputso. With 10 seconds left, we'll see if Tear Gas Warrior can actually get in position. Yeah, dude, on the Doofus. Hits on that Wrecking Ball. Misses the latch, but is able to get in position just in time to get that touch. Overtime takes away Vips right now with the frag onto one. Trans right now going for the top up. K-Cut even with the kill onto yeah, the dude. And here comes the Flux. Step right now, lifting Helios off Mina though with the takedown yet again. Sayuri on the board. Can Mina clutch things out? Here we go with the trans courtesy of Hanker. He's on the wrong side though, will get frozen up. The ice wall will fall. And it seems like the Zen gets the healing in time. Step though, clutching things out yet again. 2 frags on the board for the Sigma. Kit coming back. Helios swaps over to the Reinhardt. But will it be enough? Can Tear Gas Warriors still contest? Can they stay on? Here comes the Doomfist. Yeah, the dude with a punch on the Mario main. Gonna try to get the kill on that Lucio, but Vips with a cloud shot gets that takedown. And in the end, we get a draw. Nepal first tiebreaker. And there you go. It's a draw. Ending things no one taking that one. Play of the game goes over to Mina though, the Hanzo, absolutely essential for the defense. But it seems like the Corridor of Death is the real answer for the play of the game. No looks here. Cool guys, don't look at deaths, don't look at explosions, and don't look at the dragon. There you go guys, that is gonna be game number 4, and we are gonna go into a tiebreaker situation. So whoever will take Nepal will technically take Temple of Anubis in a sense, but basically we are gonna be seeing control and then control again if NGV is able to take this one. Now the real question is either side prepared for this map? That's the real question in this scenario. Will either side be able to have prepared enough for this map for a second tiebreaker like Lijiang, as we did have a different map pool of Ilios, Oasis and Busan for this season instead. The thing to note though, is this is a pretty early situation. The season just changed recently at the start of this year. And TGW, not a swap, it's not a swap, it's just a reconnect there from Mina. But yeah, Nepal, who can take the advantage? It really depends on what map shows up. Shrine can have that sniper sightlines, can be able to play on the field as well. Village, of course, CQC, the name of the game, unless you play on that high ground. And finally, Sanctum can go for those environmentals. You might be able to see a Roadhog or two. But at the same time, if you play the Crossfire right, the Hanzo and the Widowmaker can pack a real punch. It seems like though TGW has decided to play the game of NGV and do one better. They are really trying to even things up as much as possible. And right now, NGV on the ropes yet again. Pretty hard. I'm pretty excited for this one. NGV versus Tear Gas. TGW on the blue, NGV on the red. This is the 4th tiebreaker out of 5. We're just gonna be editing this one real quick on to that layout. We move into Nepal, and our first map will be Shrine.
Initiating match.
So welcome to Nepal Shrine, ladies and gentlemen. Tear Gas Warrior versus NGV, going for a 5-map affair, even though it is a tiebreaker situation. Right here, right now, we're gonna be looking in to how Nepal will unfold for these two teams. And like I said before, not in the season's map pool, so we'll see who is more prepared for a sudden map like this. It might boil down to mechanical skill and trust in each other's team play as well as movement. The thing about control, less about that setup, less about those set plays, more about adjusting on the fly and moving together as one. So anyway, here we go with NGV EB. We are gonna see the same old roster. In the meantime, we are seeing the dude spin around with the Death Blossom. For so many years, this has not been fixed yet. I'm very surprised that no one understands how to fix this code, just to hide there in the first place. But yeah, there you go. We are gonna have more or less the same rosters on both sides. Neither side prompting to go for that Lucio, since it is gonna be a swap onto a Zen Batiste. There is no real way for you to catch up. You can go for the Lucio if you're swapping over to that Mercy or even that Moira. because of the fade, goes of the Guardian Angel. Beyond that, it is going to be a slow 5v6 scenario. But oh, the rock from Helios has been blessed by the Sun Gods yet again. Flying into the sky, connecting onto Botuto, just really welcoming him to Open Division to begin with. In the meantime though, Yatadud First Blood takes care of Hideak. And things look good here for TGW. They're already holding close as much as possible. K-Cot though with the counter kill. Move over to the right. Still though, TGW in position onto the point, moving around as much as possible. Obuto and Yatadud going for the freeze off. Halts into the takedown. K-Cot though gets some revenge. Sonic Arrow onto the unsuspecting Mei. And right now, K-Cot takes care of the 2 DPS along the way. Shield play yet again here and now from TGW. But NGV doesn't care. They march forward. They push all the way in. And right now, Henker, the only one left here for the blue hand side. That's going to be the frag there. So a solid retake here and now from NGV. In the meantime though, Dragon Strike is available by this point in time. Arrow shots keep on coming. K-Cot ready with that Dragon Strike. In the meantime, here go though with the halt, lifting Oputo up, trying to find the opportunity, trying to find a rock or two. Counter rock here and now from the step. And maybe, just maybe, they're going to be breaking the foundations of Nepal. Every rock you take from the mountain might lead into an avalanche situation. Anyway, here and now, Step bouncing things up. Mario main though, with that Batiste takes care of Mina. The Amp Matrix allows him to get even more damage done. And NGV looking in charge of this fight already. 40 percentile allows them to hold steadfast, to play the slow game. In the meantime though, Sayuri trying to force things up. Helios instead gets the rock to connect. Here we go with the flux though, blizzards from both sides, and it's gonna be an Ice Age scenario. Sayuri at the pre-snipe almost falls down. K-Got though with a takedown in behind. And it's gonna be a freeze on 3, but Vips healing everyone up with the Transcendence. It seems like he's a furnace waiting to happen. Sayuri though fragging out does get to. Helios getting on board as well. And TGW in this regard will get taken down. Anyway, right here, right now, TGW marching forward. We do have that Transcendence as well as that Dragon Strike available. We'll see if it is gonna pan out anytime soon. As Mina tossing that Sonic Arrow into the forefront. Hit though, throwing as many fusion cannon shots as possible. And TGW holding to the right hand side. They're respecting NGV and their movement. Ice Wall in response already, as well as that Amp Matrix. Dragon Strike here and now from Mina in this scenario. And Step counter fluxing, trying to force things out. Hanker going for that trance as well. NGVEB staying on the left. TGW on the right. Freeze again on the Helios. Rock connecting. Hideak gonna get that takedown. And the accretion shots from both Step and Helios have been big game changers on this full forefront. But Vips now fragging out. Step bullying Hanker in his face. And NGV showing that they still have a lot of fight in them. They get the points on back. Anyway, right here, right now, Kit's just cleaning up, waiting for the rest of his team to come back into the fold. Sayuri in the meantime, Amp Matrix is available. We do see TGW going all the way down below. For TGW, it's all about finding opportunities, especially with this Amp Matrix in the fold. Allows Mina perhaps as well as Kit to get even more DPS going. Sayuri showing up, allows him to get that takedown on the Step instead. And here we go with the flux from Helios. Gets the lift onto the 2 supports. Blizzard down below as well, waiting for the Howling Abyss. And TGW going for the flip on back. Overtime ticks away, but it doesn't matter because NGV has all fallen. TGW gonna be back into this one. Anyway, by this point in time, it's a last fight scenario for both of our teams. Hanker ready with that trance, gonna be the saving grace if any kind of setup happens, courtesy of NGV. In the meantime, Dragon Strike here from K-Cot might be able to cut off any approaches or cut off the team into 2. We'll see which ultimate will be a bigger factor. Blizzard coming online, Dragon Strike, a supercharger in the cards here for TGW as well. In the meantime though, the rock, the accretion, not gonna connect. Good barrier play here and now Oputo though with that Blizzard. Here we go with the Dragons already transforced out from Henker. And that's 2 for 1 affair. TGW with the advantage. Henker allowing everyone to stay alive. But right now, it might be Yatadud in the bad spot. Vips gonna get the headshot instead. Henker with the counter kill onto Oputo. And it is gonna be Vips and K-Cot back to back in this regard. Not gonna be enough. Another shot there from K-Cot will lead to a takedown. Here comes Hideak though. Pile drivering onto the point. Rock connecting. The reason the Sigma might not have enough DPS though. And here comes a Tracer from Mina instead. Desperate to get the shots along the way. Mario Main going for the poop. And Hideyak, right call, right time. Gets the contest ongoing. Yatadu though with the counter kill. And as overtime takes away. Almost forced out there from NGV. TGW though still has to fight. Still has to get these kills. The Tracer now of Obutsu moving so well. He's able to avoid these punches from the Doofus. Never mind though. Yatadu gonna give him a taste of his own medicine. K-God in the meantime. 2 frags on the board. And NGV looking like they can play the clutch factor whatsoever. Mina right now obliterated by the rising uppercuts. And K caught in behind will get willed by Helios, sure. Here comes Kitgo rolling around and around yet again. Gets the boot onto Hideyak. Desperate for that help back. Not gonna get it. Helios in the meantime fighting against Step. Sue Reinhardt's into the fold. And you can see how Control can just devolve into such a mess, into such a fight, into a slobber knocker affair. Here comes the attitude though in behind yet again going for Mario Main. And oh, the coalescence from Vips. He has swapped over to the Moira. Quick one here. And now Henker doing the same. Both sides evenly matched, but Helios gone from the game. Shatter right here, right now from Step. Gonna get the stun onto the 2 supports. Soundfire from Mario Main as well. And NGV getting the ultimates that they need to allow the swing of things to go in their favor. Yeah, the dude even go for that meteor strike hit right now. Gonna pop that grapple hook, connecting onto Biff's mites onto Oputso. And Soundfire here from TGW might be in the cards for them to have the advantage. Shatter here from Helios as well. Kit absolutely clutch with the Wrecking Ball. And it looks so good there for NGV. But by the tail end, unable to get the capture. Unable to force off TGW. And in the end, that was Kit just playing it clutch with the perfect minds to end things up.
1-0.
It's a BO3.
Ready or
If any... I'll copy paste this for the guys real quick. 6.2.5. I had to check also. I had to check also. It is article 6.2.5. It's not in the Battlefy. Oh, they updated it. Yeah, I was surprised. I was pretty surprised, honestly. That's... It's a BO3 now. It used to be just a classic BO1, but TGW with a 1-0 could have been honestly a good way to end the series. Right now, we are not done yet. We move into Sanctum this time. Just made sure that everything is going on really good here for the player side. And Kit in the meantime, he'll be sending pickups on the left. Henker though, first frag onto Hideyak. And TGW just feeling the confidence after winning such a strong brawl on that shrine. It really gives you that extra boost that you can fight in any form or shape. But anyway, we are back into the meta because as we say, meta is always better. Still though, Mina right now coming back from spawn. In the meantime, TGW able to get their footing onto the points first. Allows them to get that first initial capture. Step in the meantime, rolling against Helios yet again. Rock will connect, and that grass easily cancelled. And now Step on the back foot. It's very difficult here for NGV to actually go for the sustain. Eye fields are tossed out for both sides, but K-God gets the snipe on the Henker out of nowhere. The Hanzo, such a big game changer, such a difference maker for both sides. K-God and Mina getting essential picks to allow the swing of things to happen. But K-God right now able to get 3, marching forward, wants to go for Sayuri, misses the shot, sure, but he has already done his job, able to get the advantage for his team. And NGV able to get the flip on back. Anyway, right here, right now, here we go with Sayuri, ready with that Amp Matrix. Mario Main on the flip side, having his as well. And it seems like NGV wants to play it a little closer than before. Tear Gas Warrior had a different philosophy, decided, okay, we'll give them the space, we'll allow Mina to get the damage done from afar. But with too much space given, it just didn't really pan out for them because it was K-Caught taking advantage. Storm Arrows though, busting down the ice wall. The Amp Matrix amplifying all that damage to begin with. Henker in the meantime gets a snipe out the Mario Main. And right now, TGW moves the points. No contest whatsoever actually from NGV, and this is stepping on a little too late. It's like when you go for a dance with the choreography as well as the music start on different points in time. It seems like TGW is looking to just take the win here and now on Nepal. NGV down a map, literally down a map in this map itself. And match point here for TGW. 2 fights really left in the cards for NGV. Helios in the meantime throwing another solid rock allows him to get some more ult charge along the way. And every ability that doesn't miss from the Sigma allows the Flux to come even closer and closer. Right here, right now though, Yatadu might be the target. Opportunity perhaps for the Blizzard. Kit in the meantime separated. And it is going to be Oputso going for his Blizzard first. Bips in the meantime with that Transcendence. They get the Frost onto that May. The Ribbon's getting in the way. But it seems like Kit and Yatadu are destined to just die on the forefront. Helios now stepping on. Supercharger still in effect. Hanker in the meantime trying to snipe as much as possible. They're not going to use the trance whatsoever. Because TGW deciding, okay, this is going to be a fight we lose, sure. But now we will have the chance, we will have so many ultimates. And this will force NGV in such an awkward spot as soon as we get that flip. Anyway, right here, right now, 4 ultimates ready to go for TGW, Hideak, as well as K-Cots. We'll be setting things up with that Supercharger as well as that Dragon Strike. A whole Dragon Strike gonna be super huge, and it'll be a remnants of Season 10 without the Graviton Surge. But you know, you have an ability that does the same, so who else really matters? Kit though, taking so much damage. Hideak flanking Orisa. This is gonna be the eel ladder yet again showing up. Hideak is getting the damage done, and surprise, surprise, a change in philosophy here from NGV allows them to get the surprising team kill. It is gonna be an astonishment, a fake out of sorts. And let's just watch that one again real quick. Kit taking too much damage. Hideak pops that supercharger. And you can really see the pressure being applied by the Orisa coming out of nowhere. It really is just a Centaur stampeding on in. Still though, Tier 2 Warriors does have 3 ultimates. NGV in the meantime looking for Dude Nice scenario. Step in the meantime will get caught! Solo Flux to go for that Sigma! And the carcass of that one will fall on down. Gravity is not your friend whatsoever. And that is a lot of focus though on 2-step, preventing the Flux from coming online anytime soon. Tear Gas Warriors having this opportunity, having this window, and they're looking to separate the Orisa along the way. Ice Walls are now into the fray yet again. Sayuri in the meantime with that Nap Matrix. Here go with the Transmina and K-Cot getting a pick a piece. And Hanzo's playing in behind. Good heals here from Hanker. Still the Dragon Strike is there. Opuzo getting a snipe as well. Sayuri in behind yet again. But K-Cot playing it clutch. Mina onto the point will get taken down. Hanker gone from the game. And NGVEB with the Hanzo getting the space that they need. Allows them to stay into this game. 1-1. All gonna be up to how Village is played.
2-1.
At the very start of the series, I would say that NGV would have the clear-cut advantage into this one, but the attitude has steadily improved throughout the series. But in terms of the pop-up potential, you can say that Opuzo on that May does have a little bit of the edge. So we'll see if NGV can take advantage of their strengths on the hero to begin with. In the meantime though, seems like both sides will go for that Lucio instead. Allows them to be so mobile in this map. Will this just be a normal speed boost in and leave the Zenyatta behind to go for artillery? Seems like it is going to be the case. There you go. It is going to be the Zenyatta and the Baptiste in behind for boats. Doesn't matter too much honestly, just lets them have that small little edge in this first fight. And the Ice Balls come on up, same time, same place. Minato gets that first frag onto Hideak. Seems like TGW getting a little bit of that advantage and that extra arrow connecting onto the Orisa. Brawl now up on top. It really is gonna be the top of the morning and the top of the mountain to you. Keikato in a bad spot will get taken down. Kit and Yatu getting on the board yet again. Still Oputu out in the open will get taken down, and TGW with that initial capture. We'll get that initial capture rather as soon as they got that initial pick in that close fight. You can really see both sides having the same philosophy in that first fight. Bust down the ice wall, get the takedown, but unfortunately Mina just connecting with the right arrow at the right time. And one kill makes any difference in all of history, in all of gameplay. Anyway though, triple shield approach here from Opuzo, from Hideak, as well as Step. They tried to force out the Amp Matrix early, but Vip still will get caught. The eye field not enough. Beautiful halt there from Kids. And right now TGW stalling for time yet again. Essential movements here and now from the blue hand side. In the meantime, Sayuri on this high ground and this open division map has been going for the long haul already. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen, as here comes the barrier set on up yet again to that high ground. Ice walls are out in front. Step trying to go for the kinetic grasp, but Helios instead snipes down K-Cots. NGVEB though is in a spot of trouble. They're forced to go to the point already. They're in too deep and they're trying to keep up above in their head instead of going under. But Helios with that frag onto Mario main. Hideak getting back against that eye field. Still though, here comes Yata Dude, and Mina with a triple kill. The Dragon Strike will be able to seal the deal. You can say NGV decided, okay, we lost the fight, let's just go into the Dragon and die at the same time. And if though TGW, they've been so impressive from the very start. The only time they had a hiccup really was King's Row, but they took Havana by storm. They defended Temple of Anubis so well. Still though, one last fight for NGV, and Oputo decides to show everyone not he's washed whatsoever. He gets the start on the Yatitude. Blizzard now is available. Helios separated from the rest of the team. This might be a scenario where TJW will be forced to just hold for a time. Sayuri's high field will go down courtesy of Vips. Here comes B, but C's going for the heals as much as possible. But K caught in behind yet again. Storm Arrow's Prime gets the kill on the Hanker. And NGV, numbers advantage, gets the Flipmon back. Helios decides it's time to die onto the points. And Mina will be next on the list. NGV EB, when the going gets tough, they get even tougher. And they are really feeling the chokehold already. They won't tap out anytime soon. They have this last chance here on Nepal to force out the map number 5. This is only the 4th map tiebreaker, guys. So if NGV is able to take this, we go into either Ilios or Oasis. In the meantime, though, Dragon Strike is available. One big halt might be able to put a stop to things. Here we go, though, with the Matrix. Vips and Hediak already get on the board. Flux not enough for Mina to get that takedown. And before the fight even starts, it ends with a scream of the Orisa. What a shot there from NGVEB. And they buy even more time for them to hold steadfast. Anyway, in this scenario, Trans is going to be available here for Vip, Step, Hidia, Oputo, and K-Cots. All ready with those check marks on board. It's a 5 out of 6 scenario, and you'll be happy with that trade anytime soon. Still though, NGVEB pops that supercharger. Beautiful movement here from TGW, playing creatively. Trying to get away from those damage amplifications by going to the other side. Kit, though, in the spot of trouble, gets halted on down. In the meantime, the Orisa will have to protect his team. And this time, it's going to be a road less traveled, actually, courtesy of Tear Gas Warrior. Dragon Strike to the point itself. Yatitude pops that Ice Wall as well. And oh, Tear Gas Warrior gets the point for free. Can NGV get the step? It seems like it's going to be Isolation plays instead. All about the game of zones in this Game of Thrones. Ice Wall yet again onto Hidiak, but the Orisa will get some back up there from Vips. The only one left here for NGV will be Mario Min. And this must be game over, man. Game over. A spot of creativity. A little bit of imagination, and that will go all the way. Tear Gas Warrior takes the series 3-1. Shoutouts to Kelvin from Kits, asking if y'all are proud. Shoutouts to the old-time coach, actually. You know, a lot of history between these guys, and a solid way to go. Unfortunate that NGV got all the cards but unable to get that win. Beautiful debut here for NGV as well, but what a hard game for both sides. Tear Gas Warrior will be able to take the win. Oputo and Yatitude giving some respect to one another as well. Nation mates there, and the flags don't even matter by this point because everyone has come together. So what a series that has been, ladies and gentlemen. Good debut, good match to come back to casting Open Division, and hopefully we are able to do this more. Now, real talk real quick, guys, before we talk about that game, before we talk about the whole match in general. Open Division, okay, they won't have official broadcast anymore, and this is still community stuff. If you guys do want to get your games broadcasted to begin with, the way is to ask permission for the other team captain, and then if you both sides agree, we can do this. I'll be looking to do one match per day, hopefully, for the next few weekends. We'll see if it's gonna pan out to something. Hopefully it is a way to really represent the scene yet again. But yeah, I digress. Thank you guys for tuning on in for that one. But before we go, Tear Gas Warrior versus NGV, seems like the answer has really been the Hanzo off and the Sigma off. You can really see different strengths from both sides, different understandings of the game, different ways to look about it. And I can attest to that with Mina versus K-Cot. Mina, creativity, TGW honestly more creative on their movements, NGV more by the book, but when they're stable, when they have the win conditions checked up, they are so strong to deal with. You can really see the momentum, the chain of kills go in their favor. But when the left hook comes and Tear Gas Warrior is like, hey, we can do something a little different. It might be Mimi sometimes, but in the end, these antics work. Huge flanks, huge setups, huge movements, good calls all around. And that was the edge TGW had against NGV. Now, in terms of MVP, I don't know. I'll say like right now, TGW by the tail end, you can really see. We talk about the per map thing on the fifth map. Maybe I'd say I would honestly put it on the Zen. I'll put it on the Zen of TGW for a lot of stuff. Hideak's impressed with that Arisa as well. Overall, it really was a huge Sigma off, and for both sides, I'd say Helios for the blue and Kcot for the red side in terms of just how much impact they're able to do in the matchup. But I digress. Hopefully, you guys have your own opinion as well. And this has been a very fun session and a very fun match to cast. Hopefully, I get to see you guys tomorrow for another one. We'll see who it's gonna be. If you guys have any interest, feel free to hit me up on Discord or here on Twitch. If you want to see more of the Overwatch action and my casting, you can always follow here and now at twitch.tv/DaksPH. Beyond that, though, guys, thank you for tuning on in. And thank you guys for giving these guys a chance. Big shout outs to NGV and Tear Gas Warrior for agreeing for this to happen. I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been fun, it's been great. I've been Dax, and have a good night.